what up, YouTube? It's Ra. And let me holler at you real quick. Suppressing your emotions won't get you anywhere. You will fall flat on your face. You will self-destruct. Having emotions is fundamental. You are a human being. Don't forget that you are a human being. That's how we're connected. We're connected by love. People are trying to take love out of the game. People are trying to take passion out of the game. Nothing's authentic. The world, art, everything you see is full of GMOs. And I mean that in a societal sense. I don't mean that in a food sense. I mean that everything that's been created there's nothing authentic about it. They're trying to take away the real artists. They're trying to take people who are pure, who are organic, who are real. They're trying to make everybody robots, like an assembly line. Everybody's the same. You go outside, you look at the cars, every car, no matter what brand, looks the same. Suppressing your emotions isn't going to get you anywhere. Love has created so many beautiful things, not just romantically, but in the sense of passion behind the people that's making the projects. Understand that. So suppressing ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's not about, people think having the emotion is weak. It's being controlled by the emotion is weak. That's where being emotional is to your downfall, where you act out of reaction. You react. You don't act, you react. You don't think about the next move. You're not strategic. That's where you fall. That's where you lose. Pride comes before the fall. That's where it happens. Not having the emotion. You can feel disrespected. It's what you do after that. You can be heartbroken. It's what you do after that. You can be angry. It's how you respond. The response is where you mess up, or the response is where that's where you make the right move. So understand that. But they're trying. And when I mean these people that you're dealing with, these people that you walk on eggshells with, these people that you see online they're telling everybody to just go ghost, be cold, not care. Where's the next generation of artists gonna come from? Where's the next generation of singers or directors or painters or poets? If no one feels anything, there's no expression. It's just like now they control the art, the powers that be. They're gonna make some assembly line, force feed it to you, and say it's good. What happens then? Now there's nothing. It's just a void. It's just darkness. It's just black. There's nothing. So if you have no passion behind the project, then it's just a project. It's cold in the middle. Suppressing yourself isn't gonna get anywhere. Understand this. It's okay to care. You care about what you created, you love what you created, and you are proud of that. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with putting your trust in somebody and it didn't go your way. They did it. Think of it this way. If somebody does a disrespectful act or they do a disservice to you, you shouldn't feel bad for saying, I let this happen. Now, if it's a common, if this is a common thing that keeps happening, that's a different discussion. But I'm saying that look at the person. They said they got you, and then they didn't. That's more on them and not on you. You taking the blame because you think you were allowed to let it happen. You're not a victim. You're a survivor. Wear your heart on your sleeve. Lead by example. If you are loving, if you are giving, you are caring, you are more approachable, you're more approachable, people are going to admire you. Good people. It's not about suppressing or being controlled or not having emotions. It's about, yes, you are a genuine person, but you also won't tolerate disrespect. Yin and yang, they need to coincide. Yes, you will show love. Yes, you will help others. Yes, you are respectful and you stand on your morals and principles. But furthermore into that, you also won't tolerate disrespect, and you can weed out the bad in people. You can weed out the negativity in people. You distance yourself from people that want to hold you down. You're smart and wise in that sense. That's what you do. But, locking yourself away from the world and having this mentality of this fear-mongering mentality of everyone's out to get me. What's becoming of that? What do you create? Who do you align yourself with? Eventually, you'll fade into obscurity and you'll be alone. And nobody will really remember you. But once you give back, or you take back what people give you and pour into someone else, or you pour into yourself, y'all can, you can show that it's okay to quit, it's okay to care, and you did that. But putting yourself in a position that it's every person is out to get you, and there's just, you have to have this fear or lack of trust, or everyone's untrustworthy. You know, you're blocking your blessing. You might be pushing someone away that actually had good intentions, that wanted better for you, but you're in fear. Understand this. That's not abnormal, though. There's nothing wrong with you. That fear developed. It was festering inside you for a long time. And it's time for you to realize where it's coming from and analyze that. Because just putting yourself out there isn't going to do you any good. Because eventually that fear is going to come back. You'll be all like, oh, like every time you get close, you're going to want to push and pull and push and pull and push and pull. So understand where it's coming from. Once you analyze where it's coming from, maybe an event, maybe an act, maybe someone who was there isn't there anymore. Maybe this is emptiness that you're feeling or facing. Once you realize that, you can fight against it. It might not go away completely, but instead of letting that act or whatever happened control you, you're controlling it. Some things will always be a part of you, but they also don't have to dictate every move and action that you make. But hey, it's Ra. Like, comment, subscribe if you like, and if you're new. And you got this, homie. It's already yours.